Welcome. Water.
Water.
All right, let me do the intro. Hello and welcome to the Charlotte O'Trumba Show. My name is Charlotte. This is my show. Back again today, we have amazing, lovable artist, funny man, all-around amazing person, Patrick Bruce.
Oh my God, thank you for having me again. I was so excited when you asked me because my other plan was to sit at my house and do nothing.
Oh,
which is great.
another great
That's
day, though.
I mean, what's better on a Saturday than nothing?
So true.
Nothing.
But now you got to do something
Now
that
I'm doing
involves
something.
some brain power.
There's a little bit of talking, which admittedly I don't do a lot of lately. So this is good.
That's
I
fair.
got a lot to pour out on you.
Oh, wow. Can't wait. I know, I did keep telling you to stop talking before we
I know.
started.
Actually, I kept trying to share my life, and my friend was just like, "No, not yet." So I was like, "Right,
Just
for the
shut-
show." I keep forgetting.
I know. It was borderline rude. I was just like, just shut up.
I just wanted to bare my soul to you, and you had no interest until the cameras were rolling.
None at all. It was like
which is why you're,
an
what?
unrequited date.
You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it.
I mean, if you can be just a basic bitch, you can.
If you can
pretty
force life to only exist in front of a camera, that's it. That's all you need. That's all Steven Spielberg
Wow,
does.
call Bravo. I mean,
Yeah, right? Let's get the E
Steven
network.
Spielberg. Yeah, let's get E. Let's get MTV. MTV's behind the music. VH1.
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 Yeah.
Wow, what happened to those?
Well, I know that for a while it was for the Gen X crowd, you know, and then some of the boomers had their specials. I don't know what. I think now it's just Flavor of Love, probably, right?
Yeah, what
Flavor
is-
and Rock of Love, just old reruns over and over again. Who else can be of loved?
I just want to know why so many people need this person in a furry hat to teach them how to talk to people. Are we gonna trust him? Wait, am I thinking of the right show?
You might. I mean, well, Flavor does wear hats. He's mostly known for the big clock necklace, and then the
He
other
goes like
guy, the
this?
Rock of Love, does the bandana, the
Right.
sweatback bandana, and he wears. I don't know if it's eyeliner or he just doesn't sleep well and he's sick, or both.
Or both? I mean, rock it. Lean
Right?
into that look.
It's a good look either way.
Well, before we start, I wanted to touch on the fact that you just got cast in a play.
Yes, I did.
At the Stanzik Theater.
The Stanzik Theater, where you and I first met,
Where we first met.
where our friendship blossomed.
So tell us about the play. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, I don't know a whole ton just
Okay.
yet because the casting process. So I auditioned last Saturday. Actually, I auditioned last right around this time.
Okay.
It was fun. I saw Jess. Actually, she was there,
Yes. I miss her.
and I heard she got cast as well. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be together
We're gonna be
again.
together again.
You guys had such great chemistry in the last show.
Round two. So she was there, and I saw her, and that was nice. And it was my first time doing something since COVID and all this stuff happened, where I'm like, I'm gonna risk it and be out in public because I
Right.
was like, you know what? They're wearing masks. They're
Yeah.
handling all the precautions. Dan, who runs the theater, is a very smart guy.
Yeah.
I have no concerns there. But I told that to myself the week before the audition, and then up to the week, every third Facebook story was like, this person was tragically taken by COVID, and they
Oh
were
my
only
God.
this age, and
Oh
they
my
were in
God.
this good of health. And I was like, reading these stories, I'm like, they're in better shape than I am. They were younger than I was. And I was like, all right, so if I go out, I'm going to die, and I'm going to kill everyone else I know who touches me. Because that's what my anxious mind assumes is
yeah.
what's going to happen. Like, someone is going to have it and cough near me. It's going to go into my ear canal. It's going to develop into a new strain. It's going to be COVID-21, which is old enough to drink and old enough to party. And then I'm going to go to my house. My brothers are going to, look at me, and they'll just drop dead right there.
Immediate.
Their hearts will pop, they'll just be, and then blam, 2 dead bodies. Then my brothers actually were the ones who were like, please get out of the house and go audition. You're depressed. No, they love me, but they know that I'm depressed.
Get out.
They're like, stop doing one-man shows for us in the kitchen. No one asked for it. But I'm like, well, the other day, what if Rosie Perez worked at a sandwich counter? Yeah, sorry, I won't do that.
Wow, your brother should talk to Lon. I'm sure he feels the exact same way, right, Lon?
Anyone who lives with entertainers, I mean, he gets it. Look at that handsome, smiling face. And then gives the thumbs up of, don't involve me. Get back to your other thing. He's trying to work. He's trying to live his life. And
He's got his intense black laptop. It's not a Mac.
it's a Lenovo ThinkPad, all right, which is the
screams
computer
finance.
of business. It's the computer when it has the red dot in the middle, which is supposed to be the mouse, which no one in the history of that red dot has ever used.
Ever
Because it's
enjoyed.
like trying to control the mouse with a Lego, and you're just jamming your thumb against this harsh, sharp edge. No one in it, Lenovo ThinkPad, go fuck yourself. All right, give us a soft move.
Are you supposed to use your nail or the
I don't.
entire
Yeah, is
thumb?
there a needle nose plier that we're not getting we're not getting sent to us with these computers? So the show, back to that. But yeah, so we didn't hear back about it. I guess it's because not enough women came out to audition, so they needed more women.
I feel like it's
Who
always
doesn't?
the opposite.
Who doesn't need more women? So they did another audition on Thursday.
Nice.
And then I found out today that I got cast. The show's called Mr. Burns.
Okay.
It's based on a post-apocalyptic society trying to recreate an episode of The Simpsons by memory.
Wow.
Yeah, and I guess the end of it turns into an old-style, like, Greek chorus type
Oh,
thing with,
no.
like, people, like, doing, like, standing in the background and talking to the audience, kind of.
Oh, wow.
It sounds really weird and awesome, and
Yeah.
it's about post-apocalyptic futures in The Simpsons, which are two of my interests. So I was super excited.
You're
It
like,
was an intersection. If they could have added a pizza sub in that, I would have been done.
Maybe
I would
an
have been-
iguana.
I would have been locked in.
in fact, you wouldn't have even needed to
No.
audition. Just like forces would have pulled you there.
I would have shown up. I would have just been like, "Hey, I think I'm supposed to be here. I saw a star, and it was like, go this direction." So I'm one of
That's
the wise
amazing.
men. I'm one of the wise men.
Oh, myrrh?
Yeah, I brought my frankincense. I brought my gold. Let me be in the show, baby Jesus.
TY, XOXO. Wait, oh my god, I heard the most offensive that I didn't realize at first phrase that Lon said.
I'm excited. I love finding out new ways to be offended.
Have you ever heard of the term Christ on a stick? And which at first just sounds kind of benign or like just like a dumb way to throw in some blasphemy, some casual blasphemy.
It was such a harsh. Anytime you say Christ like that and you're not in a church, I'm just like,
And then
nothing good's gonna follow this.
And then you just think about it even more that like literally he died.
On a stick.
Yeah.
He did die. I mean, you know, a cross is beams and it's wood, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's just sticks. They're big sticks.
Big sticks, and so then like the more you think about it, the more you're just like screaming crucifixion by blood and gore.
And which is a nice way to exclaim, I guess. If you're gonna, you know, fuck is one way to say it, but also Christ on a stick. But I feel like that's calling attention to you. Like that's trying to be like, look at me, I'm blaspheming.
Yes,
Whereas
look
someone
at me,
just slipping in,
Father.
someone just saying Jesus Christ, they're doing that under their breath. No one will say Christ on a stick under their breath. No one's gonna be like, Christ on a stick. Why would you? Who is that for? Jesus Christ has been a quiet conversation between you and the Son of God, trying to say that why is this workday going so terrible, or why am I still stuck in traffic? You're just, Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's you trying to make a deal
Right.
with Baby J, and being like, get me out of this minor inconvenience in my life.
Right, rather than full anger.
Yeah, rather than, Christ on a stick!
Let me remind you how you passed.
That's a Charlton Heston. That's a old white guy blaspheme is what that is.
Anyway, sorry to call attention to you, babe.
You all right, babe?
Babe?
All right, babe.
Babe.
Babe?
Babe. I just wanted to bring it back to me for a sec.
Please do.
I've been dying to follow up with you because in our last episode, we talked about how we get texts from people
Yes.
that we're not really in contact with.
Absolutely.
And as we all recall, I received a single... Wait, no, there have been 2 updates since
Yeah, there
this
have
last...
been 2.
2 updates.
I know. I've been shared with them, and I love them.
So one was this guy that I have worked professionally with, and that was it. Full capacity.
That's it.
And no socializing after the work.
No.
No after work buddy drinks or anything to really say we're
Rom-com
pals.
misunderstandings,
No.
like you both reached for the same thing, and then the fingers lingered for
Right.
too long.
And meanwhile, anytime I've known him, I've been happily in a relationship, and I've been vocal about that. So there should have been, again, no rom-com misunderstanding.
Your relationship has shown up at the place to come pick you up or work with you.
Right.
And so we're like, relationship.
Right.
It's very easy to draw that conclusion.
Very easy. So, on Valentine's Day, I received a single image text of heart, like paper hearts cut out and made into a butterfly. No other words. No.
What other words are needed? When you share an image of that magnitude and beauty, that says what words can't. That's why pictures are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, and you are right, because no words could express what I felt, which was utter confusion.
I mean, it'd be like getting 1,000 words, but they're not in any particular order, and they're in different languages.
Yes.
And there's no punctuation.
Right, none at all. I don't know if he made this flower heart
Really
thing.
hope so. A big
or
part of
this
me
is-
really hopes that this is a craftsman attempt to woo you.
Or if this was like a Google image search, and he just like dragged it down.
See, the
into
first one leads me to believe that, like, he's got a genuine pining for you, and, like, a part of me is like, that's really sweet and sad. The second part, I'm like, he sent that to, like, 50 women.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think it was just like a mass text.
Yeah.
Just like the Merry Christmas.
I mean, and every guy in singlehood where there's salt, at times like that, will always send out to people they're not sure of their relationship status, like, here's an image. See, if you put words, then they're going to be like, oh, wow, pressuring me on Valentine's Day, that's a lot.
Right.
A little picture, you're saying to these 50 women, hey, I know that you're alone, I exist, what if you thought of me for a moment today? And
Right.
then it's vulturing is what it's,
Right.
basic old-fashioned vulturing. Just
hovering.
they're weak, get them in the ankles.
And I also would like to add that this was late at night, at a time when most are vulnerable.
I feel like I'm leaning more towards the second than the first.
Yeah. And then I'd really like to, I think, pull up the thread for
Oh my
this
God,
next
you
one.
have to, because I didn't even get it when you sent it to me.
I didn't either. Let me just search, because again, I don't have this person's full name. It has the description.
Yeah, it's one of those persons where it's like that. What their role is in your life is their last name.
Exactly.
There's a number of people on my phone called work, playhouse, job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So on Friday, March 5th at 12:22 in the morning,
Which is rather late in the evening, ironically.
I'll read it to you.
Please. Silence.
Sonora, she's a sensation. The reason for aviation. And fellas, you got to watch it. When she wind up, she bottom. She go like a rocket. Jump in D-line. Rock your body. In time. No punctuation. No follow-up. That was the entire text.
And as far as I know, you and this person don't have some Beetlejuice connection, right? Where you didn't both show up in the same day being like, oh my God, Beetlejuice, me too. Jump in the line, rock the body on time. Okay, no, that
Nope.
didn't happen.
Nope.
That didn't happen. So someone took the time to type out part of the lyrics to Jump Into Line, send it to you in the middle of the night on March 5th. It's no holiday. I'm sure it is it's one of those bullshit holidays, like on my birthday is International Families Day.
Right.
But-
National Donut Day.
Yeah, it's
Things
just one
like
of those.
that.
I'm like, get it. You're lonely. You want attention for something, so you make up a day. I get it. But there's nothing of significant note that happens on March 5th, and yet he found it necessary to send you the lines to an iconic song
An amazing song.
that has no relation to you and him whatsoever, either as a group or individuals.
No connection to the work jobs that we were doing.
I'm familiar with all the shows you've done in this area, and none of them had that song.
Nope. And this also, I would like to say, I'd never responded to the Valentine's Day one. So this is now a double text.
Oh yeah.
And he thought, well, she didn't respond before. Let me
Someone who doesn't
follow
respond
up.
and jump in the line has no soul. So maybe that might have been the last straw. That might be the last one you ever get.
And if there is some secret meaning to this song that I'm missing,
I honestly don't want to know about it because I want that song to remain pure in my head. And if it's got some weird midnight pervert meaning, I just don't want to hear about
I just don't want to know.
Yeah.
Unless it's like some friendly thing.
Nothing
wonder,
after midnight's friendly with someone you don't talk to on a regular basis.
I just wonder what's going through the head, and I just wonder where we go from here.
Well, you could always send a fake death notice and get everyone involved to play along with it.
Just a collective.
Yeah, we can just start a giant 40-person group chain and be like, we all need to pretend that Charlotte's dead because blank. And they're good. They're a game group. They'll be into it, I think.
Oh, Charlotte.
I'll fondly remember her. I'll start wearing memorial shirts whenever I'm down there.
Oh, good. Love a memorial shirt.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
Yeah. Whenever you see that, you're like, oh, someone you know died, and you need to remember that when you went to Publix. I get it.
And it's always...
it's never a flattering photo.
No.
Like it's never them like smiling and looking content. It's always them like.
Yeah. And it's always like a really dark color shirt with like this scripty script.
It's gotta have. It's like this. It's got that flowy
Yes.
kind of cursive. It's in bright gold.
You got,
All
like,
the letters are in
squint.
gold.
Yeah.
And then there's a cloud motif involved
Yes.
somehow. I'm like, I get it.
Or some stars or something.
Because if it was just their name with the picture and the date, we'd be like, what? Did they stop working with you at that date? Or did they never wear shirts again? Oh, they're dead. If it wasn't for the little baby angels with
Yeah,
the wings in the corners, I would have never guessed it. I would have thought, like, you stopped being friends with them. You knew them when they were born, and you were friends with them till this year, and then you're like, that's it. Not friends with this 17-year-old anymore.
I know. I always wear shirts when friendships die,
Yeah, it's
you
how
know?
it's how I commemorate. I'm like, we were close for a long time.
We met each other's families,
Yeah.
and then on this day we
We stopped.
stopped.
We stopped. Friend breakups, that's a real thing. That's
Oh my god, I would actually love to talk about this because I feel like in the past, like in my 20s, I have had like many friend breakups, and it's really sad, and I just wonder like why I've been ghosted. But then I'm like, I guess I kind of ghosted some people too.
You know, it's that karmic wheel of balance thing, because every time I have had that, where I've been ghosted or, left unread, whatever it might be, I think, and I'm like, man, I've done that.
Yeah.
More times than I'm comfortable admitting. And it's just, it's so easy to do, which is, I
Yeah.
think, why we all do it. It's just
Yeah.
such a casual, because confrontation, especially over text, it never ends peaceably. Like,
Yeah.
it's never like, back, forth, you're right, well, let's just end this, I hope a good thing for you.
Yeah.
It's always, here's a giant text chain that has the word fuck you in it 17 times. Here's a response with, you're a fucking dumb bitch. And then it just goes on. And it's bitter. And then it's in all caps. And then it's quick little, okay, fine, bye.
What? So this leads to me to believe that you have had a friend breakup like that.
I have had a rather painful friend breakup like that started out because of a game.
A game.
Yeah, it was a tabletop group game we were all playing together, and basically they didn't agree with the way that I was managing my time, and they felt that I owed them and the group a lot more of my attention. This is when I was working a very hard job.
Yeah.
And also, I had my family issues and everything else. Life. You have life stuff.
Right, life.
And I was still dedicating time, just not as much as this person wanted.
It's
and
a game. I
it's
just
a
want to
game.
clarify, it's a game.
It's
okay.
a fucking game. It's a legit, literal game.
Okay.
And when I confronted them about that fact, then they unloaded with all these other things they didn't like about my character. Not the game, me as a person.
You, Patrick.
My personal flaws. All these things, I'm like, okay. And I respond with, seems like you've been cataloging that for a while. And I was like, allow me to respond in kind, because obviously that's the mature thing to do.
Right.
So then we got in a day-long text argument.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that I was at work just picking up my phone and I'd be like, fuck! And everyone who I worked with, my employees at the time, because I was a manager, were like, you okay?
Like asking, but don't really
You don't
want to
really
know.
want to, and I would never mistreat someone to be like, you know what? No, I'm not, and here's why. I was just like, I'm fine. And they'd be like, oh, thank God, and walk off.
Sweating.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like,
Please don't tell me.
we made eye contact. Hey, is everything all right? No, okay, bye. You just wanted to get that acknowledgement that they saw you.
Right.
Communicate with them, and you can circle back to it later, maybe after like they had a drink or something, and be like, hey, what was going on earlier? It's easier than when you're drunk, which is probably a sign of alcoholism. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Anyway.
What are you gonna do? This is water, though.
This is yeah. We are just the.
We are bananas sober.
We are. This is a health and wellness podcast.
Yes. Water.
Water, Diet Coke.
Red palm oil. Other things that Dr. Oz recommends because he's a snake oil salesman.
Of all the doctors to mention.
Right?
Snake oil salesman.
I mean, I get it. I'm sure he's helped people and people like him and everything.
Yeah.
It's just every time I've seen parts of his show, it's always him hawking a product.
Yeah.
And then when I look up that product, it's $45 for 2 ounces, and you have to take an ounce and a half every 2 days, or else the medicinal effect won't stop all the cancer.
Yeah. Obviously.
How else is it supposed to work? That hoodoo.
That hoodoo. Similar to friend breakups, how is your dating life these days?
You know, with me, it's always an interesting roller coaster. I don't know. I think we brushed on it last time that I'm going more towards like open non-monogamy things.
Yes.
Which is actually becoming a lot more peaceful.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, because I guess when I was dead set on classic relationship classic as it was rather than relationship plus. Relationship classic for me was just, it was very stressful, and I would put a lot of stress on my partner, and it wasn't fair to them.
Right.
Whereas relationship plus, as I'm in now, it's kind of pop in, pop out. It's no commitment.
Spread around.
You know, it's just you go in. It's like with one of those gyms where you're not there for the whole thing. It's just you want somewhere where maybe you can ride a bike once a week.
Right.
That's what I am.
Right.
I am the you fit of relationships, where it's like, listen, you don't have to be on a diet. You don't need to show up here every 3 days. I don't need to see how many calories you burned. It's just you want to come in and ride a bike for an hour. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Come on in. Let's handle it. No, it's been going good.
Come on in, ride me like a bike.
Ride me like a bike, and then leave me. You know, I'll clean myself up. Don't worry about it. I always do. Patty keeps himself clean.
I got a hose out bag.
Got a big I got a tub I can jump into. It's one of those kiddie pools. No, but it's been going all right. I've been chatting with a young lady who I've seen a few times.
Nice.
We're having a nice time getting to know each other and everything. She lives a bit far away, which is once again a thing I actually prefer.
Right.
Because of my crippling fear of commitment.
Right. I was gonna say, screaming loud and clear right
term.
here. Yeah.
So that's been good, and there's another young woman who appears to be throwing her hat into the ring.
All right.
She
all right.
has been trying to get to know me more, which is nice.
That's
I'm
nice.
enjoying getting to know her.
You're a great person to get to know.
Right.
Right.
I'm all right.
Right.
I'm not bad. You could do a lot worse.
I mean, you could be sending lyrics.
Yeah, I could be sending jump in the line lyrics in the middle of the night on a day that makes no sense. It's not your birthday. It's not the anniversary of Come in the Line.
No.
As far as I know, it's not the anniversary of Beetlejuice.
No,
so.
it's not Halloween, which is kind of Beetlejuicy.
That's Beetlejuice-ish.
Nope.
Beetlejuicy.
I like that.
That's a cool word.
Beetlejuicy.
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 And then there's actually one of my exes who ended things good. We ended things well.
Amicably.
Amicably. That's the word. She lives in another state on basically the other side of the country. But she's probably coming down here around my birthday.
Aww.
And she was asking if I had a few days free to hang out. And I was like, I sure do.
Sure do.
I sure do. She's super cool.
Aww.
She's very smart. She's a smarty cake.
Oh.
Smarty cake.
Smarty?
What's a smarty cake?
I love it, though. Should we eat one? We're making a smarty cake.
We're making smarty cake. All right? Christ on a stick be my witness. We'll be making a smarty cake.
Never going to live that down.
No.
Well, that's good. How is dating during COVID?
I mean, for me, it's not a huge change because I was always, let's just meet up somewhere once and then wait a few weeks and try it again. So it's not but I met, for some of my friends, I've seen them struggling, trying to get to know people, especially, online dating has definitely picked up. And then there's old veterans like me with our dusty profiles. Just look at them like, you enjoy it, kid. All right, just be careful now. Because half of them are scam artists, and a quarter of them are just going to try and sell you something. All right? Like an OkCupid girl who I started chatting with, this was years ago. This is early 2010s.
Nice.
Started chatting with me, we were talking. And, in my profile, I do mention that I enjoy marijuana. Mm-hmm. And so this person saw that connection and immediately thought, you know what, I'll talk to this guy for about a day and then try to sell him heroin. over OkCupid. And I was
Oh.
like, listen, I appreciate the offer of smack or horse, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever the kids are calling
But
it.
shockingly, I'm not on this dating site to buy heroin.
Oh my word, that's so bold.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's a strategy.
it's like that Jordan Belfort guy in Wolf of Wall Street. You have to be aggressive in your sales tactics.
Yeah,
You
seriously.
can't just limit yourself to on the street or downtown at bars. Get on the dating sites, start befriending people, and sell them drugs.
Like, I see you're in some low-level light drug use. Let me
Yeah.
up your game times 60.
And I guess her assumption was also like, this guy seems kind of depressed and he doesn't do much anyway. This just kind of seems like it'll just lend itself to that lifestyle.
Natural fit.
And I was like, it's tempting. Don't get me wrong.
Like, ma'am, you do not know how many things I have going on.
All right, I got a lot of stuff going up in this noodle.
Yeah.
And believe me, I don't need help to lie there and do nothing. All right? I
am
can
set.
I'll do that right now. I'll plop on this ground and people can be like, is this going to be there for another 6 hours? I'll be like, yep.
I also don't know if you've ever dealt with this, but I had a great little hate comment show up on my YouTube.
I've had hate comments on my own stuff before.
Yeah, what? So, like this person literally just wrote, "This stinks, your video's going nowhere." And then I believe the name had, like, penis in it.
If I recall correctly, I had penis in the name, which always lends itself to your credibility as a critic. If your critic doesn't have a bathroom joke in their name, I don't want a part of it.
Are you even a real critic?
Right? I only listen to movie advice from Roger E. Fart and Gene Sispiss.
Like, I just wonder, like, going through this person's head, like, if you were to write a mean comment, like, I just feel like this stinks just feels like middle school,
Well,
like fourth grade.
To be honest, I kind of wanted to tell you that it's actually a sign that your YouTube's really making it. Because I don't know if you've ever been to other YouTubes, their comment section is the lowest portion of humanity.
Yes.
If a part of your day is like, I'm going to go on YouTube and make comments, I also think that you probably are going to go join a Nazi march or send hate mail to a newly elected female senator. Like, that's going to be part of your day is just like, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to look at a swastika picture for 20 minutes, I'm going to say something racist when I drive by a school, and then I'm going to go on YouTube and just find people who are creating stuff and just drop N-bombs and curse words and just general hate across the board.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of them probably look like me. They're gonna be fat, white, dumpish, pasty.
No,
Um,
stop. You got some cool.
Shades.
Shades
the
right
shades
now.
are cool. That's about the only thing.
The
going
whole
for me.
vibe right now is
Yeah,
just
I mean the people at
happening.
home can't see it, but it's I got shorts that are above the knee, and
Look
that's
out.
something we need to talk about.
Yeah,
Guys, at
talk
home,
to me about it.
Guys at home, and anyone else, but I'm mostly talking to the fellas right now. Stop wearing board shorts everywhere. Stop wearing cargo pants that are just an inch above your ankle. Those are fucking pants. Put on pants like an adult. Or put on shorts. Shorts go above the knee, all right? Because you're trying to say it's hot, or I have nice legs, or I want to get some color on my skin. All those are lovely reasons to wear shorts. What's not acceptable is I'm going to cover 75% of my leg and just show a bit of that hot shin action.
And it's usually with socks too, so then
Yeah,
it just
there's
shortens
just
the
this
gap.
much leg. And it's paler than the white socks. The hair on it looks infected.
Oh, it does.
The only reason you can wear shorts of that length is if you're going to sleep
Yep.
or you're a fat little toddler. If
Yes.
you're a
Toddler,
fat-
like in between sizes of clothes.
a fat little toddler or a child, they can wear, that length of shorts. Because you don't want your kid to get burned, I get that. But if you're a grown man and you see a pair of shorts that has a skull on it and a palm tree or whatever, and you're like, dude, that goes 5 inches below the knee, I'm going to buy it at this Target. Stop yourself, pause it, reassess, and be like, do I want to wear shorts because I think it's hot? Good. Let's find shorts that will accommodate that temperature. Do the finger length test that we unfairly force girls in middle school to wear in Florida, where it's like, hey, is it at your fingertips or whatever? If it's past it, well past it,
Such
rear
a
back,
shame.
redecide.
Oh.
It's the noise I make most of the time when I get up and move around.
It is true. I do feel like every year I grow older, I make more noises when I make basic movements.
Yeah. I mean, it's colloquially known as old man grunt, but I think that's unfair because it applies to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has it.
Everyone's grunting.
Especially once you're past the age of 30, if you've sat more than 30 seconds, just make noise when you get up. Don't hold it in because you always see it. It's always someone who sits up and you hear them you have to listen for a sharp intake of breath of them going. That's them wanting to groan.
It's like gearing up.
Yeah.
It's like
Your body's like, oh, but I thought we were done because, once you're past that mark, you don't want to move a bunch.
Literally this morning we went for a run, and we haven't been able to run in New York because it's still just so freaking cold.
Sure.
And to call what we did a run is a gross overstatement of our huffing, puffing, and trotting, and just being like, are we almost there yet?
Is it almost
complaining the whole time?
I did a walk the other day with a friend who's in much better shape than I am. But I was like, you know what? I've been walking a lot.
You have.
Yeah, I took a break for way too long. Not a break. I was super depressed for a while.
Yeah.
Like, brain got all fucked up again. So I was like, I don't want to move.
Yeah.
But I forced
Which,
myself.
like, the irony is, like, that's exactly when you should.
Yeah,
You don't want to, and it's
it's counterproductive. The human
Yeah.
body's a terrible design. So
Christ on a stick.
Christ on a stick, Charlotte.
Please forgive us.
I want to stop saying it because it's gotten grayer every time we've said it. I'm like,
The boat crank's about to start up
I'm
again.
gonna be like, remember I went to Christian school. We're good.
Remember?
All right. But yeah, I was with them, and they're around the same age as me. They're in much better shape. But it was so great because we were doing our laps and we were talking and everything, and by the end of our little circle, probably at like the 3.5 mile mark, they sounded the exact same with maybe a bit more. I was doing that kind of talking where you have to get all the words out in that breath before you suck in another one. So like I was saying, it was just we had a client come in last week, and then they had some problems, but I got rid of it. What was going on with your kids? You can't just do a regular flow. It's kind of like a controlled machine gun burst of talking. It's words. Reload. Cool down. Words.
And you, like, end up coming off kind of snippy, which you don't
Yeah,
mean
you don't
to.
mean to. So you have to keep it so light and airy.
So, like, yeah.
You can't let it go to anything personal, or else
Yeah.
they're going to take a lot more offense than they mean to.
Right. Yeah, and then they're like, what's wrong? I'm dying.
It's 1,000 degrees. I weigh as much as a baby elephant, and we've gone further than I need to.
You said we'd be done by now, and then it's like resentment. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't need to go this far. You made me.
This was your fault. Trying to make me live longer. You bastard.
Look what you've done.
Look what you did to me. Look what you did to your baby.
Jump into line.
Line. Rock the
your
body
body
on
in
time.
time.
Okay, I believe you. What? I mean, was the response going to be like, OMG, I needed to see this so much. You're the one person I can talk to. Thank you, Bob. Like, what was the end goal?
I don't know. Am I supposed to respond with more lyrics?
Yeah, are you supposed to be like, let me Google these? All right, copy,
But
paste.
he had,
there.
like, I think he typed them.
That looked hand typed. There was spacing that didn't look like it would be laid out in a lyric sheet. That was
And some spellings that were
not correct, I don't think.
No.
I don't know enough of the song to say for sure, but it didn't look right.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if he was proud of himself for remembering the lyrics on his own and he wanted to share that.
And it's like, if there was one time where you could be like, oh man, it must have been from that night I got so drunk and we were talking, but that wasn't the case.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, there's no history with that song. You might as well have put, like man, I feel like a woman. Like,
At least then that could have had some meaning. Like,
you're
hey,
a woman,
yeah.
and Shania Twain's great, you know? If you put a gun in my mouth, I couldn't have told you who sang Jump Into Line.
I don't know the name either. All I know is from Beetlejuice.
That could not even be the name of the song. I don't know. I think that's just the chorus.
No, because isn't there something with Sandra? Or,
Who's Sandra?
Wait, am I... Do they say the name Sandra and that's am I
don't
making
know.
this up?
I just told you earlier, I don't know the lyrics to this song.
Wait, we need to find out
Now
the
we
name
have
of
to
the
figure
song.
it out. Just Google Jump Into Line.
I just did the spelling like he did. Or he
Yeah.
did. Okay. Jump in the line, you're
Oh,
right.
it is Jump in the
Shake,
Line.
shake, shake, Sonora. Not Sandra.
Yeah, okay. But
Similar.
that doesn't make it, that has just as much lack. Oh, is Harry Belafonte?
Oh, yes, Harry Belafonte.
Wow. I feel bad for not knowing that. One of America's greatest
Me
singers.
too, seriously. Yeah,
Now it's just people watching us read the lyrics to Jump in the Line.
you guys can look it up.
Google Jump in the Line by Harry Belafonte.
A great time. In fact, listen to the
Just
song.
listen to the song. Dance around your house. Chop up celery. I don't know.
Chop up celery, then take a portion of the lyrics, write them down, and send them as
to,
a text.
send them to the. Listen, I know there's someone out there that you've had feelings for a while, and you're not sure how to approach it, because maybe you think that you're not good enough for them, or they're not going to like what you have to offer. Here's what they're going to like: a portion of "Jump in the Line" by Harry Belafonte.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes. You'll be talking about this in your wedding. You're welcome.
True love began when this person sent to me these lyrics.
These lyrics. And now, if everyone will come join us on the dance floor.
Woo! Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And leave a comment on Apple Podcasts. It means a whole lot when you do. And don't forget to follow Patrick. Follow me. I'll put all the information in the description box. And have a great day. See you next week. Bye-bye.